So anyway, thank you again for joining me, and with me today is Sheldon.
Yes.
Now, there's so much I want to tell you about this person, because I'm telling the truth there, his spirit has transcended the norm, the tradition, the culture, to whereby I feel where he is and what he's doing today is so significant that realistically you've really got to hear what this man has got to say, because what he's saying realistically is pressing new boundaries. I'll tell you what, Sheldon, thank you very much for having this conversation with us today.
My pleasure, my pleasure. I am here at Calabash. It's my first time actually approaching the stage here at Calabash to share with the audience,
Yes.
So it was good. It was well received. I did a piece, None of Yours, All of Mine, from my recent publication in the morning. Yeah.
Excellent. Poetry.
Yeah, it's dub poetry though.
Acting.
Yeah.
And obviously the band, the No Maddz.
No Maddz.
No
Yeah,
Maddz.
Yeah,
How's it
man.
going with the band anyway?
Well, the band, we are now in the US doing some work in the US, playing some US festivals and doing our tour, introducing that side of the world to the music, So it's going well. We're improving. We just did an album with Sly and Robbie.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, Sly and Robbie presents No Maddz. It's on iTunes. Check it out. It was rated #1 on a few reggae album charts when it was released last year.
Excellent.
So it's pretty good.
Good. I want to go back to your poetry. Now, you're putting forward it's activism, it's getting people to become more aware or more conscious of realistically what they were told to be, but yet still you sort of like form an equilibrium whereby you want to bring about a balance.
Yeah, man, that's my favorite word, balance. And we live in the colonizers and the slave masters' shadow, and we it's like for us to tell our own stories and for us to express that self, we have to find that area where we are not influenced so much by external entities and the whole powers of the world. If we can quiet our environment and quiet our hearts, we will discover ourselves in that process. And then everything you do will seem to be new.
Yes.
Even though nothing is new, they say,
Yes.
But then everything you do will seem to be new because it's just coming from a place. It is coming from the aquifer.
Okay.
The purest water underground,
I'm hearing you. Obviously, water is a thing that finds its own mold.
Indeed.
And realistically, no mold is the same if the form follows its own experience.
Exactly.
Whereby I would say, live your own light. Follow your own blessings.
Indeed.
And I always say, if you love yourself, no one can love yourself like you.
Indeed.
In fullness.
Indeed. And that is where our balance comes from. Our balance comes from the idea of observing one extreme, the next extreme, and locating that middle ground. Locating the middle ground and find solace in that middle ground. Some people are good at finding solace in the extreme.
Yes.
But,
I want to ask you a question. Do you think many people are ready for that solace and that solitude? Or is it that people take it as a frightening thing and not realizing it's probably the best experience anyone could ever encounter?
Okay, change is devastating. The idea of change is devastating for a lot of us, So when we think about doing something that we have never done before, or okay, I have some friends and I would share with them and I would say, I have migraine sometime, but I discover how to attack my migraine before it attack me. So I use deep breathing and hot and cold therapy and so on.
Okay.
So I would tell you, take for instance you have migraine, and I say, hey, don't take no more of those pills.
Yes.
Try this. You're kind of reluctant because you kind of develop a trust in those pills that you have been taking for years
Yes.
and whatever. So I'm telling you to breathe, use oxygen. You're like, what is Sheldon Shepherd talking about? The whole breathing, hot water and cold water, but they always tell you that hot and cold don't mix. But you know, we have to discover the science of it all.
It's like the yang needs the yin.
Yeah.
And without the yin and the yang, realistically, you're going to stay where you are.
So you will find no growth. I love the word balance and I love the word growth, because my whole aspiration is to get that perfect balance and continue my steady growth towards whatever my growth is. It's
it's limitless.
It's limitless. You know what I mean? So I do No Maddz. I sing songs. I write songs. As a poet, I'm the Don Shepherd.
Don Shepherd, I didn't know that.
Don Shepherd, I call myself.
You know, I think people don't realise the impact and the power.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I'm going to say that. I know you can't, but I can say, you know, people don't really understand the impact of this person's poetry.
Yeah.
It is so evasive, but yet still, when it makes a person think, he really does bring a person back to a benefit for them. Not for the dominant, but for them.
Yeah, yes, it does. The key ingredients. Why? The key ingredient I use in my work is really happiness. I use a lot of, I try to use least effort and simplicity, because a lot of times a girl came up to me today and she said that, I love poetry that is not over my head, you know? And I say, interesting, she would say that, because that is one of that is balance, in my opinion.
Yes.
Because balance means that I'm speaking to the mass, the grassroots, the larger part of the population. I'm not only speaking to academics, you know. I'm speaking with people who don't have a high school diploma. I'm speaking with people who dropped out of primary school, you know. So, and they have grown and they are successful at what they do. They are farmers. They are entrepreneurs. They do other things apart from being a lawyer, doctor, Indian, or a chief.
Everyday people.
Everyday people. So, but the thing is, the educated person can relate to the grassroots material as well, you know. So,
Sheldon, I want to talk to you about your latest book. Your latest book of poetry.
In the morning.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
I can even show you something.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Because you know, you just did an excerpt out of it over at Calabash, where we're at now, and I'm telling you the truth, this is where it's at. Yeah. So if you can find Sheldon's book, Sheldon Shepherd's, it's on Amazon.
It's on Amazon as well.
Super.
Yeah, man.
Excellent,
so you can get it on print on demand.
Yeah. We're going to put some information about your book a bit below here.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And Sheldon, I'm going to leave you to sign off.
Yeah.
And just freestyle it out.
All right. Yeah, man.
Sending love, peace, and light to everybody.
Okay. La 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 la. La 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 la. Okay, kids, settle down. Now, who wants some rice and peas? We do. Well, first, you've got to give me Garvey. Garvey? We need water and soap to wash it out. Wash it out your flipping mouth. Every day Polly comes, scratch that bitch. Hey Polly, move from here so with the flipping ticks. That a bite like hungry biting at your bed at night. When I fight, you say you fight for your flipping right to vote. Not I words, just a flipping coat. No thank you, I don't want it, I don't want no goat. No boxes of chicken, no bars of pork. I'd rather swim than join the party on the flipping boat. And no joke, slip knot, tax rope. That way when them catch you, if you run, you choke. And no joke, slip knot, tax rope. That way when them catch you, if you run, you choke. Come on, hit it. Come on, hit it. Come on, hit it. Come on. Yeah, respect.
Respect.
Yeah, man, my pleasure.
Peace, love, and light.
Yes,
Much love. Blessed love. Thank you.
Anytime,
Blessed
man.
love.
Anytime, man.
Excellent. There we go.
Respect
The man
and
himself, Sheldon Shepherd. Thank you very much, guys.
Pleasure.
Super.
Respect.
Aye.
I am feeling kinda high, like I am on a stage in the sky. To get what you desire, you've got to reach and take your pie. You've got to try. You've got to fly. You've got to try. You've got to fly. Do 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 do. Sing along. Do 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 do. Everyone. Do 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 do. Sing along. Do 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 do. My turn. They said Rome wasn't built in a day. Well, I am not making Rome anyway. It's just 24 hours, that's what you say. I'm gonna improve on yesterday. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna fly. I want none of yours. I want all of mine. I am not wasting time. Assert myself to the top of the line. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna fly. Do, 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 do. Sing along.
3 minutes done. I know points now.
Respect and love. In the morning, yeah, it is a recent publication of Dub Poetry. That's 52 pieces, 5 of them written by my father, and it's available here, you can check it out. There's some cool illustrations in it as well. A couple of youths from Edna Manley, donated some drawings to the publication. So enough poem, man, they would have to give me some time for myself.
Yeah,
Love, respect, and blessings.
I don't know official you. It was a private talent man.